What's up, guys? I hope you're doing well. James here again from jamesdforsythe.com. Last night we talked about, or at least I alluded to some of the stuff that the Fed is kind of looking into with the central bank digital currency, specifically with like the different kind of programs and committees and boards and stuff that they are doing, who they're dealing with, and stuff like that. So actually, that will be the topic of tonight's video. It was the next part of the PDF, basically just going over the money and payments kind of paper that the Fed did over a possible central bank digital currency, so on. Basically, just keep it on going through, making everything aware. So, going into the appendix, I don't know how many people like actually look into those. I always do. I don't know if it's because maybe I'm just nerdy like that or what. I don't know how popular it is to go through the appendices and stuff of various things, but I end up at least always breezing through, or at least looking through them, even if it's not interesting. But anyways, so they're actively researching and experimenting with these digital currencies. So the Federal Reserve is engaged in a number of experiments related to digital currencies, including a hypothetical central bank digital currency, which is the topic of the past 3, maybe 4 videos. I think the past 3, but I've done a few of them before on some of like the speeches and stuff that they get, that some Fed thick governors have gone over a few times. I know Lil Brainerd has done a couple. I think a couple. Anyways, so basically, one of the examples of these experiments is building a hypothetical central bank digital currency that would leverage existing technologies and systems. So the board's technology lab has been assessing the potential of a centralized CBDC design that leverages existing infrastructure technology. So I'm assuming this is the board of governors. They have a technology lab. I didn't know that. Exploring a CBDC design that would leverage newer technologies such as blockchain. So again, the Federal Reserve Bank of Boston is collaborating with MIT, their digital currency initiative, to explore and develop an alternative platform, which I believe I did a video on that in February or months ago. I talked about this before. I knew about this one beforehand, specifically, but I don't remember the exact time frame. At least a couple months ago. So, considering another experiment is considering the use of distributed ledger technology for wholesale payments. The board's technology lab, again, has been studying how distributed ledger technology could be used to support interbank settlement, so stuff between banks. Also, enhancing existing services to support privately issued digital currencies, so other cryptocurrencies. So the board's technology lab has been studying the use of application and programming interfaces to support the issuance, distribution, and use of privately issued digital currencies. I guess basically having their own Coinbase. I don't know what exactly that entails. So, also advancing other payment innovation, including payments fraud research. The Federal Reserve Bank of Atlanta is collaborating with Georgia State University and its evidence-based cybersecurity research group on using darknet data to reduce fraud. And finally, advancing thinking on key issues related to security, programmable money, interoperability, and standards, among other topics. There's that. Other forms of research that they're doing, not just looking into the technology of it, it's also like the economics of it per se. And the kind of their, I guess, the economics perspective, it seems, is more with the whole financial inclusion and stability of the system. Again, the purpose of this is not to argue about financial inclusion or stability itself, just simply basically what the Fed is talking about with respect to a central bank digital currency for those things. So the Federal Reserve Bank of Cleveland is creating an academic collaboration that will examine how a CBDC could be designed to support financial inclusion. And then the Atlanta branch, or the Atlanta Reserve Bank, they're not branches, is considering whether cash-based and vulnerable populations could safely access and benefit from digital payments. Also, just studying a range of other currencies and monetary implications for CBDCs and digital private assets. Sorry. Stakeholder engagement and outreach. So basically, just getting a wide range of views. I mean, they haven't talked to me about it, and nor a lot of the people that I talk to. So I still haven't seen any of all the reading and stuff I've done. Maybe I just haven't read the right paper because I don't know who exactly they're talking to about this. Or like, because this paper also has, it was published in January, I think, and then they had a public commentary that ended a couple weeks ago. I think May 20th. That basically to where people could comment on it for possible ideas, critiques, whatever. And that they're basically right now they're kind of congregating everything and going to do another paper about what kind of, I guess, further developments from the commentary and such. Also, international collaboration, seeing how, because we talked about with cross-border payments, there's jurisdictional issues and legal stuff to where, it can't be just a U.S. thing if it's to help with cross-border payments, which is one of the kind of the main benefits, they say, or at least that they argued. So they're working closely with other central banks and international organizations. The Federal Reserve collaborated with 6 other central banks and the Bank of International Settlements, the BIS, to produce a report in October 2020 on the foundational principles of CBDCs. It has continued this work in 2021 with further analysis of policy options and practical implementation issues. With the footnote, they did link, looks like 2. Yeah, they have 2 publications from the BIS, 32 and 33 down here. And then they have the FSB for enhancing cross-border payments, the Financial Stability Board, which we'll talk about a little bit in the next actual blog post because I'm talking about LIBOR. And kind of how I think this one will be specifically more like what it is and a little bit of kind of the other stuff into it, because there's just so much more behind the scenes to where you could really do multiple posts off of that. For me to do the entire topic justice, it will have to be an absolute mass. It'd basically be a pamphlet. So we are going to reduce that and really break it down by topic with specifically to LIBOR for this one, but that's kind of off topic. But yeah, that's it. I want to keep the Appendix B will be for tomorrow. I guess a teaser. It's the different types of money. I want to go more in depth on the types of money because that's really. I don't think I can emphasize how big of a deal that is to understand. Like, to understand the different types of money and stuff, would not even just with the central bank digital currency, but like you have to understand that to realize why this is a big deal. Like it's a big deal. And I'm not going to really go into the historical arguments of it, and kind of the questionable nature of centralizing money to that degree, but I'm not sure how much that changes from the system we already do. Mostly, how to word it, by having another mode, a digital version of central bank liabilities that regular people can hold. Because right now, the only central bank liability that individuals and businesses can have is cash. But I'm going to stop there. Else I will just keep talking about it, and this will be another, because I mean this whole week's videos has been like 27 to 30 minutes or so. So we're gonna try to keep this one short, sweet, give you guys a break, and leave that more for tomorrow night. So yeah. Anyways, that's all for now. See you tomorrow night, and